If they hadn't indicted him, I'm not sure he would be the nominee. I really don't think he would be.
So now a vote for Trump is a kind of fuck you to the system.
They told us for 4 years that Trump was like a super criminal or something. I've actually been friends with some super criminals. I'm a little less judgy than most. So I didn't discount the possibility that he had, I don't know, he's in the real estate business in New York in the 70s. Like, did he kill someone? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, no, I'm not joking. And I'm not for killing people, but like anything's possible.
The idea that Trump is a billionaire was the original big lie. In fact, it helped make him president. Well, surprise, surprise, it turns out he's not as rich as he claimed to be. Trump's lawyers informed the court today that he has not been able to secure a bond for the $464 million judgment against him and his co-defendants in the New York civil fraud trial.
I'm so sorry. So, as it turns out, you know who says he cannot come up with the cash to cover his $400 million plus bond.
The clock is ticking for Trump with only 1 week left to post the bond, or New York Attorney General Letitia James can start seizing his assets, which she said she's ready to do.
The left's longtime fantasy was to see New York AG Letitia James personally slap padlocks on the front doors of Trump's prize real estate.
But is Letitia James going to go, like, put a chain on Trump Tower?
Yeah.
And take it away from him?
She said that. He doesn't have the money. Nobody wants to lend him the money.
Bank accounts frozen, property seized. By the end of today, this could be a reality for Donald Trump.
His assets, including some of these prized properties on the screen right there, could be seized if he can't make a nearly $500 million bond payment by the end of the day.
The left tries to steal Trump's fortune, but they strike out.
An appeals court said Trump doesn't have to put up $500 million cash bond.
And I can't wait to see the chains on Trump Tower, actually, on Fifth Avenue. I'm, like, kind of excited about it.
What a stupid bitch!
Trump's buildings weren't seized. He wasn't bankrupted.
The Attorney General's dream of seizing Trump Tower and other Trump properties to cover his bond before an appeal, that is now dead. They are not taking it well.
Yet again, Donald Trump gets special treatment with his own private system of justice. This makes absolutely no sense.
He's trying to offer a discount of putting up $100 million. And I think that the court wisely says, no, for the same reasons these surety bond companies say you're not a good risk, the court doesn't think he's a good risk either.
That $500 million bond that had been set and that the former president had to deal with today has now been reduced to $175 million.
The court slashed the number to $175 million.
We won.
The 5-judge panels signaling that Trump will probably win the case easily on appeal.
Donald Trump used the ruse of him being super wealthy to attract a lot of supporters, and the fact that he was famous also helped. That is now falling apart in the wake of him being called to the carpet to produce the cash.
Humiliating Trump, padlocking his properties and stealing his cash before the election, that won't happen. Today was a good day for America. You can't bankrupt a man just for beating Biden in the polls.
Yeah, you know, he has always campaigned on this idea that I am not beholden to anybody. I don't need donors. I don't need money from anybody because I'm independently wealthy. I'm rich. He says it all the time. Well, it turns out he's not. And it turns out the only reason he was able to amass this fortune is because it was built on a foundation of lies.
And according to MSDNC, he's receiving preferential treatment? Really? Okay.
Here we go again. He continues to defy gravity and catches another lucky break.
The playbook is different for former President Trump. He's given more time to pay less money. That's what it comes down to.
We have decided that he gets his own private court of justice. You know, now he's getting his own private system of justice. This is an absolute travesty. It would not happen for anybody else. Anybody else, it would be like, sorry, buddy, you lost, pay up. For him, he gets his own set of rules.
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it.
Trump's getting special treatment by the legal system. Trump's facing 5 cases from 4 Democrat prosecutors with 0 victims. And Democrats are furious that he still owns a home.
He's been around and survived all of these incredible, weighty legal and political issues, and he's still here, still a free man. I have no explanation for this.
Without knowing more, unless there's some sort of other extenuating circumstance that we're going to learn here, this appears to be an absolute gross miscarriage of justice.
Is there a breaking point, or is this just what Trump will benefit from? Everybody always bending the rules and treating him differently.
So now the Never Trumpers are so deluded, they actually think the New York Appellate Court is MAGA? Special treatment?
I think ultimately he's going to have to sell some properties. I think that if he doesn't, Letitia James can begin on March 25th to actually seize assets. And so if he wants to have his choice of what to sell, he needs to act before then.
I respect the appellate division for substantially reducing that ridiculous amount of money that was put on by a corrupt judge named Engoron. He ought to be looked at.
And so we'll continue to listen into Donald Trump, but as he continues to make what are provably wrong statements.
More falsehoods from former President Donald Trump, again repeating this false claim that President Joe Biden is behind the slew of legal issues that he's facing.
That's not false. Letitia, Fannie, Loverboy, Jack Smith's team all visited or coordinated with the White House. White House visitor logs don't lie.
But now, having pervade being on The Apprentice and people perceiving him as the people's billionaire,
and all these people, all you Trump supporters, all the Trump supporters who are watching
to get the bond.
Do you have enough evidence that he's a lousy businessman yet? Because that's all I heard before when he was running from people. He's a really good businessman. They thought The Apprentice was a real show.
Yes, they
was
did.
a real business.
That's a really important point, Joy.
He's not a good businessman.
Get ready to get even angrier, because on the same day his bond was slashed in half, Trump's Social's parent company, Truth Social, their stock soared 35%, giving Trump a $4 billion cash injection.
Doesn't have the money. He claims to be a billionaire. The New York Times? New York Times said he only has, it's not a little bit of money, but he only has $350 million in cash.
Trump's net worth just hit $6.5 billion on paper, making him one of the world's 500 richest people.
Billionaires don't stay billionaires if they loan in not billionaires.
Making him one of the world's 500 richest people.
This has got to be eating away at him. It's all about his...
I don't know.
Over the weekend, Joe Biden nicknamed Trump Broke Don. Better find a new nickname. Every indictment helps Trump, and every court victory helps him even more. We're witnessing a political injustice, and every day that he survives, he looks stronger. And Joe Biden looks weaker, and the system more corrupt.